In this tutorial, we'll look at how you can use importance sampling analysis to solve our reliability problem, and we're going to study the same problem as we did in the last couple of tutorials. So the function is listed here in the properties pane when I've selected it in the objects pane. And I now go to the analysis methods, where again I'm going to make use of sampling analysis. So that's the same orchestrating algorithm, and in fact it's also going to be the failure probability accumulator that I want to use, because I want to study the failure probability and reliability index. But here's an important point that we will make in this tutorial, and we make the point by looking at the random number generator. The sample point, or the center of the sampling distribution, is the current value, it says here, of the random variables. So this time I'm going to first run a form analysis, thereby setting the current value of the random variables to the design point coordinates, and then I'm going to carry out sampling analysis using the current value of the random variables as the sampling center. So for that reason, I first go to analysis, run analysis, and I run a form analysis. We have done it before in a tutorial, and now I go to in fact, I'm going to check the sampling analysis orchestrating algorithm. Yeah, we have the failure probability accumulator as we wanted, and again double checking that the current value of the random variables is set as the sampling center. And now we carry out an analysis with the failure probability accumulator, namely that way of processing the sampling points as the sampling analysis goes on. So here I go to run analysis. I selected the sampling analysis orchestrating algorithm, and I press OK, and this went very quick here. The plot that appears now from the sampling analysis is the same thing as we had in the Monte Carlo sampling, where the coefficient of variation of the sampling result, of that failure probability result, is plotted as a function of the number of samples. And now you can see that quite few samples, in fact 999 samples were necessary, which is far fewer samples than what was necessary from mean-centered Monte Carlo analysis, now that we carried out importance sampling around the design point. Again, the failure probability is a little over 1.8. So that was importance sampling in ART.